We are here at NAB 2023 at the Blackmagic booth, and Bob is going to tell us about some of the new products that Blackmagic has to show this year. I know we've got a new version of DaVinci Resolve, a new Ursa, and some switchers. So why don't you tell us what you have in store for us this year?
Sure. So we can start with the camera. So the new Blackmagic 12K OLPF, so optical low pass filter built in. We're going to have both versions available for sale. And the new OLPF model is now Netflix certified, so that was good. Also in the camera area, we have a new version of software for the pocket cameras, so you can shoot vertically and it tags the files, and it doesn't matter which way you rotate the camera, it'll properly frame it for vertical insertion if you're going to use it out to TikTok or something like that. On the ATEM side, we had introduced this new family of ATEM television studio products for HD. So we had the HD8 and the HD8 ISO, and now we have a new 4K 8. So it's got 8 inputs, but it's 4K, has 10 aux outputs, so you can do you can run it out to HyperDecks to do ISO recording, things like that. But it's a 4K model, all built in one unit. Has some optional internal storage, so you can record program internally.
How much storage does it have inside?
So you can add up to 2 terabytes to it. And
is that through NVMe that you install yourself? Or?
Yeah, NVMe storage. The original units, the HD units, we actually the first few of them have internal storage, but we'll offer that as an option down the road. And and then the camera control has gotten a lot better with certain lenses and things like that we're showing on the floor. But you also can, on the HD8 ISO, you can actually transmit from one of our new studio cameras or the Ursa broadcast, and you can, through IP, send the signal to this switcher because it has ATEM streaming bridges built in, and you can have full control of that camera remotely as well, which is
so no, you can do it no cables, just all streaming.
Exactly.
Direct?
Yeah.
I know I'm doing a project this weekend, and my tech is bringing one of your constellations, and he's real excited to bring it in. We're going to be trying it out. Said that reason he got it was for the 8 inputs, universal resolution, basically.
Right.
So it's no longer like it was with the earlier versions.
Right. There's standards conversion on every input, and that's all the new models. And we actually just announced the new 4ME Constellation 4K model. So it's 40 inputs and 24 outputs, but each of them has that standard converted input, which is very helpful for all the new switchers that we've been putting out.
Is the quality the same as like a Teranex, or?
Yeah.
So you basically have a Teranex on each input?
That's basically what you have on there. So yeah,
pretty cool.
Leveraging that science that we had from those products, being able to put it inside the switcher, yeah.
So what are some of the new things with Resolve?
Right, so Resolve 18.5 went into beta yesterday, public beta. It has some cool tools in different pages. So on the edit page, the cut page rather, we added split audio editing. We rearranged some of the menus, so it's a lot less clicks to get into different features. On the edit side, there's a new way to do audio to text. So you highlight some audio, and then you use the menu, and it'll analyze the audio and convert it to text for subtitling or closed captioning. But then you can also search by word, and it'll find those words in other places, and you can edit right on the point, because it'll mark to the point that the word, so you can edit straight to it. Really good for documentary type stuff.
Yeah, does that do it locally on your computer, or do you have to upload it?
No, it's done locally on the computer. We're using our own advanced neural engine AI to be able to pull that off.
Now that's within Resolve itself, or is that part of Fusion?
No, it's part of Resolve. You do it from the edit page, actually.
Oh, cool.
And in Fusion, we actually added some new tools, including the ability to use universal scene descriptor, which is a universal thing that people use for rendering out on render, other render farms and things like that. So it opened that up. Fairlight's got all kinds of new tools for helping eliminate noise and things like that. We've done that over and then in the color page, we actually added this new relight option where it'll 3D it generates a 3D mask for a scene, and then you can position a light globally. So if we take this interview, we decide we needed a light over here or something, you can add that. And so some cool tools in there. A lot of things that have been added, including in our Blackmagic Cloud service, we have a presentation is now available, so you can load up a file to show people a clip or a finished project, and then you can share within the other people that are part of your group that you have with the shared library.
As far as the new 12K getting certified for Netflix, how many other of your cameras are certified for Netflix?
The Ursa 4K was, yeah, for sure. And you know, it's funny because we have not only the cameras, but then obviously Resolve is certified, and but the OLPF was the necessary thing to get this 12K camera put onto the list. Mm-hmm. But you know, we'll see what else we decide to add down the road. You know, that's always
okay. For people who don't know what OLPF, can you explain it a little bit?
So it's optical low pass filter. Where it really helps is to eliminate moire and things like that. So when people are shooting for, say, large LED walls for virtual production and things like that, you need to cut down that filter. Now, Resolve has been optimized to recognize footage that's been shot with that OLPF so that it can maximize the image while eliminating any of the
artifacting.
Exactly. So that's also, in conjunction with Resolve's release, we have the camera release so that it knows that footage was shot on that camera.
What is the procedure like to get Netflix to approve a camera? How long does it take?
Well, it's a variable process. I think a lot of it, there's a coordination between both teams as to what their expectations are and what we can deliver, and you know, it's a process. Fortunately for us, we were able to work with them prior to the announcements so that we could announce it at the same time, and that worked out very well. So our relationship with them is very strong because we have, as I say, you know, you Resolve and some other things that they use. So it's good to have that coordinated effort.
It's very interesting seeing which of the streaming services have different things. Like I have a friend of mine whose father made a B movie in the 90s, master on DV cam, and he wanted to put it on Amazon. Amazon, they're a lot easier, so we just ran it through a Charon X, recorded it, and we upres it to HD, and it's up on Amazon.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's great that people can use older content and repurpose it, and so that's cool to hear.
Very interesting stuff from Blackmagic Design. I'm sure in between this year and next NAB we'll be looking at some more of their products. Keep it right here at streamingmedia.com and Streaming Media Producer, and look for more of our NAB reports.